and welcome back. Another day, another read. So let's get straight to your reading. This is part 3, trying to do this reading. It's been one eventful day. First things first is your identity, your sense of self. This is being changed and transformed. The divine has been presented to you how your values have played a significant role in the way that you see yourself and the way that you see others and how you present yourself and how do you identify yourself. There is a lot of changes happening here, and they're also letting me know that you have a lot of ancient wisdom within you. You have all the answers within you. This is not your first time around in this lifetime. And to just let the divine timing really play its role here, because it's presenting a specific lesson when it comes to relationships, especially in how your ego played a role in your relationships and how this old version of you played a role in your connections with family, friends, and partnerships. Especially when it comes to you letting the divine feminine, be embraced, be open, be in that receiving mode, be in her divine, femininity. And just be that grounded, nurturing, loving side, to be honest. I am seeing that there's incoming news in regards to this. There is a mother figure, either from the other side or, somebody else higher self. Their mother figure is talking to you, or even your own mother figure within your own self is speaking to you. And they're advising you right now to hydrate your soul. Go make yourself feel good. Go do the things that nurture your soul, that make you, be you. Also, hazel eyes can be very significant. So this could be you or this specific individual that I'm talking about. I'm seeing telepathic communication. So there's been going on an on-forth telepathic communication between you and this mother figure. And I'm also seeing there is this ongoing communication with this father figure. So again, can be the same thing. There is no specific way of expecting it it's your dad or it's, somebody else. It could just be energetically your own divine father figure within you or somebody's else father figure in the higher realms having these conversations in real time. They're giving you all these downloads, all these messages, all these insights, so that way you can better improve yourself and transform. I'm seeing the biggest thing that's being addressed back and forth is these mother wounds, how they play their own roles, and how this mother wound really has impacted your connections and even the relationship within your own self. I'm seeing that you are working past this, you are healing, and as you're healing through it, it's creating this heart chakra activation and helping you center yourself back into your heart space, and it's helping you blossom as an individual. I am seeing that you did hit a tower moment. For quite some time, you were operating this ego and you thought it was normal, but in all true reality, this ego was working through, the pain body, through the trauma, through the abuse that it went through survival that was passed down and even normalized through your family's lineage. And I'm getting goosebumps here, so I'm like, oh my God, this is somebody's reading. This is somebody's reading here. Definitely. But the tower moment was here to literally break down the lies, the manipulation. You didn't recognize that you were operating through these manipulations, or you never thought to think the way that you were communicating, acting, or behaving was manipulative. You didn't know because you weren't even aware. It was so normalized in your environment and the people around you that you didn't even think, oh my God, I've been operating in this way and it's been damaging people all around me. It's been toxic. And that's why Spirit Team is that's why we did this for you. Because we know you have a greater calling, a great purpose ahead of you. And we cannot let you break this or sabotage this if you're still operating in this way. You are the one to break the chains. You are the one to break the barriers. You're not here to be contained in the container. You're infinite. You're expansive. You're not meant to be caged up. And, these values and belief systems, these traditions that were implemented onto you were to keep you in a box. Without even realizing it, they were keeping you in a box, in a cage, contained. And you were never meant to be contained. You're someone that's not meant to be in a box at all. And so that's why this tower moment needed to happen. So that way you can recognize how you played your own role and how you ended up attracting these energies, these situations and circumstances onto your life. And also for that way you can like finally open your eyes to the reality of like, oh my God, here's the truth. Here is the truth. And all the lies that were playing a role. You didn't know about the conversations. You didn't know about the mind control. You didn't know about, the deceptions that were playing a toll in your life. And you were falling victim to it without even realizing that you were also self-perpetuating at the same time. I'm also seeing that, aside from this tower moment, as this has created a big awakening, someone is approaching. And whenever I picked up someone's approaching, I imagine Sophie from the movie Halloween Town. It's in Disney. It's an old movie. And Sophie goes to the window and there's nobody at the window, but she's like, someone's coming. And that was her intuition. In that movie, it was her grandma that was coming in, that she picked up on her energy. And that family's for the witches. So take that as you resonate with that one. Not to say that it is a grandma on the other side or a grandma that's approaching, but definitely someone is coming into your orbit. Someone's coming in. This is your heads up. Someone's coming in. And this individual is going to be creating this forward movement in your life. Even relocation. They're going to help you with relocating. This individual could have this fiery energy to themselves. Someone that's very ambitious or forward movement. They just have a fiery approach to life. And I'm seeing Aries placements being very significant and also first house placements. This person is just a go-getter. I'll let you know off the bat. They just like to go and do things. No questions asked, they just go and do. And I'm seeing that, by all this happening, you're rising to your soul purpose. And this individual is going to help you, recognize, because you have been going through a dark night of the soul. They're going to give you recognition from this dark night of the soul that you've gone through. There was so much that you've done for yourself, and unraveling, rediscovering yourself, and recognizing how you've been playing a certain part that was so outdated and not in touch with who you are right now. And I'm seeing there's incoming news. So let's see what this incoming news is. I'm gonna just put this card right there. This dark night of the soul really just shred you to bits. And it was because of this tower moment that happened. You need to go within yourself and recognize, your traumas, your pains, things you've been avoiding. Yes, this incoming news has to do with forgiveness and justice. That's funny. Truth will always restore balance. So again, truth is going to be very significant here. A lot of forgiveness is happening here, and a lot of new beginnings. I'm seeing 11s being very significant here. So something about the 11th of the month, or something in November happening very significant here. Justice is on its way. The scales are being balanced here. A lot of releasing of emotions. So I'm seeing crying is going to be very significant with this forgiveness. Or even just forgiving. I'm seeing there's going to be a lot of emotional release happening here. Yeah, there's a cord cut. You got the Death card and the angelic support. So with the Death card here, what ends makes room for what is meant. So this could be a cutting of this old version of you, so that way you can put it to rest. So that way you can finally start living your life for who you really are, with your own values, with your own beliefs, with your own boundaries and structures, and at your own pace and your own rules. And it's a lot having to do with forgiving yourself for the role that you played, forgiving yourself for the person that you once were, and also forgiving those individuals that you attracted during this period that you were operating in this sense. I wouldn't say too much about the cord cutting having to do with a specific individual here, but it's more so having to cut the cord with this old version of you. Cut the crap. It's time that you finally snap out of that illusion, that fog, that confusion, or from this like self-pity story, and actually just be like, you know what? I played my role. I did what I did. Time to move forward. Yeah. And your spirit team is like highly supporting this. Like they're supporting this decision and choice. Like this was meant to happen. This is what needed to happen. Yeah, so that way you can reach this karmic completion. There was like a huge lesson in regards to this that you needed to complete, to learn in this lifetime, so that way you don't repeat it. And they're also saying like, you know, take a leap before the logic. So trust your spirit. Like if there's been something that spirit has been guiding you towards, follow it. Yeah, because you don't want to live a life in regret. There is something that you don't want to be regretting. Yeah, and it's a lot having to do with carrying burdens. And, you know, that is the thing here. Like, you're cutting this cord because you were never meant to be carrying these burdens. Like, these burdens were never yours to carry. Like, these were, you know, past life, family trauma, family baggage, other people's baggages. Aside from that, your own baggage that, you know, happened as you were processing through your entire life, operating in this old version of you. And so that's why they're like, you know what? Yes, you are reaching a karmic completion. Yes, you're cutting the cord, like, with this old version of you. But don't live a life filled with regrets, you know? You're not, like, don't carry these burdens. Like, don't do that to yourself. And that's what pride would do to you here. So be very mindful of, like, pride getting in the way. Especially when it comes to, like, a divine masculine. Or this could be for a divine masculine that I'm speaking to. Don't let pride get in the way. You don't want to live a life of regret. Projections are very big. Seen a lot of, like, you know, harmony, routines being very significant here. 6 is very significant. And it's like, I don't know. I'm not sure if these projections were like specifically from this divine masculine, but there's been projections thrown at you. So take that how as it resonates. Leave the rest out the window. Do not force it. But definitely there's going to be a lot of harmony and balance coming into your life. There is love, fruitfulness, balance. That you have long awaited for a very long time, but it's here, it's coming. So, just you wait. Just you wait. Yes. And, you know, this is going to require you to have transparency. Like, be honest. Like, you know, so that way you can have that balance within you. So that way you can bring that into your life. Like, it's going to require you for you to be transparent. Be honest and be like, yeah, I've been this, done that. But you know what? I'm doing better. I'm being better. How the hell do I end up with another freaking tower moment here? I might as well just put it like here, this tower moment, like just label it in my freaking forehead. How the hell did I end up with that card again? That's crazy work. Yeah. I feel like this transparency is really like going to create a tower moment for the individual that's been projecting onto you. It's going to break, you know, the illusion, the fog, even deception, and really like give them like a hit of reality. But it's more so like not to destroy them or to hurt them. It's more so that way, you know, you can settle them into grounding them like, hey, this is what's been happening. This is what's been going on. Yeah. And this is gonna, you know, take self-expression, you being open and honest and bold about it, to express this out. And, you know, transparency can be very uncomfortable. Transparency, like, you know, depending on how you deliver it, is also how people are going to receive it. But this is going to take a lot of confidence. And you being bold within your own self and trusting you that, you know, hey, if you're going to want to make this work or you're going to want to be part of my life, you know, here's this. And I'm seeing romance, like in relationships, playing a role here as well. Like this transparency is going to play a big role in your life moving forward. And a lot having to do with like expressing you for who you are and not shying away from it. It's really going to benefit you a lot, especially in regards when it comes to business ventures. Like people are going to recognize that light, that beauty that you provide, and even like that youthful energy that you bring in. Spirit is also letting you know, take a sea salt bath. You need to cleanse yourself. You've been either overwhelmed, stressed out, carrying too much. It's time for you to relax. Yes, because you've been integrating your new self, like I'm saying, like you're letting go of this old version of you. Like you're literally at this mess of like closing out this cycle, this chapter that is just so long done, overdue. You're just like, tying up the bow and be like, all right, bye. No more associating with this. This is no longer for me. And it's now time for me to focus within me and, keep it pushing. I feel like this is for the most part, like, as far as I'm going to get with this reading, this whole process has led you into you integrating your new self, this new reality, this new timeline, this version of you that is not operating out of survival, trauma, pain, the memories, or these lies, or this like manipulations that were operating at the base. You're done. You're really done at this point. And at this point, like you're just happy that, you know what? I'm being me, I'm gonna do me. And F it to whoever doesn't like it. But, at the cost of what? Your joy, your peace, your freedom? It's gonna be worth it because you are just gonna stand on business and be you. I don't know how many more times I have to say, like, just be you. Like, I don't know how many more times I have to say that. It's like you've been dimming yourself down for so long to make people feel comfortable, to make people feel like, they're not any less than. But it was also at a cost. And it was costing you so much of like your peace emotionally, mentally, and physically, and even financially. It cost you a lot. And now it's time for you to like really owe yourself that. And forgive yourself at the same time. Because, people do make their own mistakes. But really just be like, you know what? It's my time. This is my time to shine. And whoever appreciates it for the whole totality of what it is will stick by. And those who don't, thank you for coming by, but goodbye. Now, if this reading resonates, it resonates. And if it doesn't, leave it at the window. Do not even force it. Don't even bother. This has been a lengthy video. And it's been one hell of a journey here. You went through learning deep within your own self how your own values, your own family, the structures that, were constructed in your life to, going through a whole dark night of the soul to getting that recognition from someone that's coming into your life. And, even having these telepathic communications with people's higher self or even your own higher self has been playing such a big role in your life. And at the end of the day, you have angelic support backing you up in this journey. So never take it as you're by yourself in this journey. You're never walking alone. Like you're always being divinely protected and guided. That even whenever shit seems to be hitting the fan, it's not really actually going to hit the fan. These are going to play out in your favor at the end of the day. Just trust in the divine. Trust in timing. Don't let fear get in the way. And I'll see you back in divine timing.